What? How did we never mention that absurdity before now? Pilot is only soft canon at best, so we never did a what you may have missed on it.
And now we don't have to, because we've got an official, actual canon version of the pilot.
Yeah, but is it better than the original version?
For the story, I think so. But as far as being better as its own thing, that's a matter of personal taste. I personally think that this is just as enjoyable and, in some points, even funnier than the original.
Right? I mean, the original gave us a taste of what was to be for all this, and now with this remake, we get to see more of the story and how it actually ties into everything.
One thing's for sure, no matter what you thought of this episode, there's still plenty of things you may have missed.
First off, right after Blitz's little scenario, we get a good look at his whiteboard, which is always good for a few chuckles. A to-do list which reads, make Moxie's Horsona with an arrow pointed at said Horsona. Moxie is spelled incorrectly here, by the way. Then another horse named Banana Boat, who apparently does yoga, makes a mad cocktail, and is very flexible. There's a third horse gasping, and a graph that doesn't really make sense, with business on one axis and a dollar sign on the other, but it looks like Blitz is projecting making more money with less business further down the line.
As fun as all that is, we actually do get a pretty nice, yet simple nod to Hell's hierarchy, with the part about,
since we're born here, we kinda gotta serve whoever the fuck lands in our backyard.
It's brought up a little here and there, but it's nice, especially for new viewers, to have a clear statement of, it sucks, but in hell, imps are lowest of the low.
There seems to be a bit of retroactive foreshadowing in this episode too, don't you think?
Yeah, and it's highly likely that some of this was indeed meant to be kinda tongue-in-cheek. Sort of this version was made way later so we can make these jokes. But again, for the sake of new audiences, it could just be considered foreshadowing.
Should we just cover all of it now?
Yeah, but for the sake of anyone who's actually new to the show and isn't caught up, you can skip to this timestamp to get to the next talking point and avoid any spoilers.
Bit of hubris with the
And just like that, we'll slip right back into hell, get paid, and never face any consequences for our actions ever.
Hello, Mastermind.
Blitz recording Moxie Millie going at it.
His research!
Luna's crack of,
You can stalk the boring breeders later.
Hey, that's a twofer! Blitz stalking Eminem to Ozzy's, and of course, the ending reveal of Sinsmas.
Moxie's response to Millie's plan.
We aren't killing kids, right?
Wow, immediately followed up by Murder Family.
Under what circumstances would we ever need to kill a human family?
A big one with Blitz's reaction to the candle falling, clearly showing his trauma to the circus fire.
Ah, shit. Did we ever mention that Lululand also foreshadowed the fire when we see Robofizz's face melting off?
I don't know, did we?
Well, if we didn't before, we have now. And then, of course, there's the nod to Moxie being part of the Mafia.
What do you mean? None of the characters bring up Crimson or anything.
No. The Alphabet Mafia?
Yeah, gay.
You're plenty not gay enough for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Last one that we'll mention here is Fizz hanging onto Ozzy's shoulder during the final moments, teasing their partnership.
And with that, welcome back to anyone who skipped ahead. On to our next point. Is Millie's catchphrase a nod to the Morbius meme?
It's Millie time.
Or is it just a generic sounding catchphrase?
You got me. I'm too busy trying to figure out this whiteboard.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the same as it was in Blitz's plan here, but not 10 seconds later it changes. Showing a different graph, though with no data, a horse that Blitz wants as a mascot, of course, and a different name and logo ideas for the business, including HORSE, and Me Diet Murder Professionals, IMP in cursive, an imp head with the I and M for eyes, and the P as an old school emote tongue, IMP! Tiny I and P with the big M with horns that looks like a butt, and there's even a little mushroom going into it. IMP on a gun, IMP vertically, and the one most like the one that we know and love, IMP with the M in a circle.
It seems to be the one they settle on, too, because they could actually afford a billboard this time around.
We can't afford a billboard, sir.
And looks like they kept the original jingle, too, even if we do get the awesome rock version later on in the episode.
When you want somebody gone and you don't want to wait too long, call the immediate murder professional.
Yeah, seems like they enjoy keeping certain nods in. Even ones you wouldn't expect, like a joke about Moxie's junk.
Oh, come on, baby dick, you baby wiener haver.
And then we also have small hints at personality quirks too. Like Blitz's little micro-reaction to Eminem holding hands and their mutual support of one another. Where, at this point in time, Blitz doesn't have that for himself.
But he may have some abilities that we don't know about. When he brushes the book, a magic-looking shimmer comes across it. He also says,
I have been reading.
so could he, or any other imp for that matter, could they actually use the grimoire?
Well, one thing is sure, he's certainly a bit more sheepish about how he came to have the book.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Especially if Luna's in the room.
Oh yeah, with his new rules cards, which include no swears, no filth with, something we won't risk showing here, no fucking potty mouth, ironic being right after no swears, and it looks like it's depicting Moxie literally spouting shit.
Thankfully, that won't break Moxie down as long as he's got Millie. Just look at that little heart he makes with his tail.
And now the moment we all waited for!
Ah, yes, the phone call. They do a great job of making Stolas seem like he's pissed before they show him for the extremely horny bastard that he is.
And this call is just as good, if not better, than the original. Though, is it just me, or does it come across a little like, this is the first time I've felt truly sexy and I'm going to say things I've heard in passing or found online to try to sound sexy for him? Hell, if I'm right, one of our bloopers actually said something he said here as well.
One thing's for sure, Blitz and Luna's reactions are far better here. That's wallpaper material.
I'm just curious how much of this Stolas had set up already. I mean, perhaps he had the candles and balloons set up, so he only had to strip, but if not, that speed is impressive.
And like we said, we love fun callbacks, even to non-canon events, like that little shit from the original pilot makes a brief but perfectly bloody return.
And more interesting reactions. Luna usually deals with Blitz's shit with some sort of stoicism, but when Blitz yells at her, we see her holding her arms and her ears drooping. Probably as a trauma response of her life as an orphan till now. Possibly thinking, I'm making him hate me too. Won't be long till he doesn't want me around either.
It also kind of harkens to Blitz and Luna's line in the original pilot of,
She's sensitive.
Yes, I am!
don't be sad, Luna. He loves you and we do too.
Okay, seriously, how fast is Stolas? We see later he could just portal to and out of the office. But the candles? The rose petals? In that short a time? It's crazy!
But it does explain why he has the Stolas button in the next episode. If Stolas can just portal in, Blitz may need to warn the others not to disturb them.
One thing I love is that it's been confirmed, fully, that they kept the original take of,
Sorry, I fucked your husband. Sorry, I fucked your husband.
because let's be honest, you can't beat the perfection of the original.
Now we've got a few things to note here. The frame picture, filing cabinet, the chair all bouncing. How forceful is Blitz, or possibly even Stolas being? And Stolas and Blitz's dialogue of, is this a joke about Stolas having a cloaca? Which is canon, or just a joke about finding his sweet spot?
And after, Blitz says,
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure your bones are hollow, so.
and he's right, owl bones are indeed hollow.
And calling back to something we mentioned earlier, Blitz says,
There is this one spell I have been wanting to try.
again, we gotta ask, could Blitz perform this spell himself?
And now, something that, in my opinion at least, really helps us see sides of things in ways we haven't been able to up till now. And another little spoiler warning for new viewers to the show, skip to here to avoid it if you want. Blitz makes the first suggestion of,
How about this? You could let me hold on to it for a little while.
and from here, it actually lays out and clears up the arrangement confusion. At least from an outsider perspective.
I mean, in a way, yeah. Stolas assuming that Blitz holding onto the grimoire longer is a continuation of his earlier assumption. He wants it as an excuse to see me again. Blitz confirmed that was the case earlier, even if it was just to cover his own ass. But even so, this continuation of that assumption isn't exactly a leap in logic. Stolas, being as inexperienced as he is, could have mistaken Blitz's nervousness as excitement, as Stolas most likely never had to put on a face for his only other interaction of this nature, Stella.
We know she would never bother to put a face on for him, given she'll openly mock him for how pitiful he is in bed, and to a finer point, Stolas is the one who suggests,
I suppose as long as you have it, we'll be sure to see each other again.
which shows why, in his mind, he really is the mastermind. He technically initiated the arrangement with that. And so there lies the reason he feels as if he put Blitz into an awkward situation.
Man, this episode really does help with a lot of things, big or small.
Yeah, except we get a shot that just further raises questions we had already. Blitz is seen using the book on his own here. But then why is Luna the one we see using it throughout the series?
And do imps have innate magical abilities, or is the grimoire itself enchanted? Will we get to see Luna using abilities outside of the book?
Unless the biggest one at the end of Season 2 is thanks to a spell we don't know yet, but that feels unlikely. Also, they're out of money?
Guess they couldn't really afford the billboard after all.
Well, we know they'll make their money back, as well as making some enemies. We get a great piece showing a rogues gallery of antagonists up through Season 2.
Right? We have the Dorks, Crimson, Verosika, Striker, Wally Wackford for some reason, the Cherubs, Stella, Andrealphus, Stolas, who, while not exactly an antagonist, makes sense for him to be there because he's kind of what brings it all together, and some shadowy figure looming in the background.
There's been some speculation, but I'm firmly in the camp of new big bad we haven't met yet. There have been some that have claimed this is going to be Octavia, ultimately turning on Stolas and IMP. But not only does that just feel way out of character, but the, horns, antenna, hair, the bits up top don't fit anything for Via. Neither do the eye colors. We know Viv doesn't skimp on the details. I'm not saying Via can't cause some tension in the future, but to have her looming in the background like she's Yellow Diamond or something? I don't think so. Fox?
I mean, firstly, the image is awesome. I love how they're just all looming over IMP. And as for Miss Shadowy Figure, who knows? She could be somebody from his past. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Seems like we got some interesting stuff to come in Season 3.
Until then, we can enjoy the little shops in Lust like Dick, Lingerie, the Tongue Lounge, and Hanky Panty.
Last but certainly not least is a little Vivzie side, when the gang takes out their own creator talking to Brandon Rogers.
Or is it Brennan Ragers?
Either way, they're talking about something before she gets whacked. There's no discernible words that we can really make out here, but with the formatting and how it's set up, it does look like a potential script for some sort of project with editorial notes in the margins. Wonder what that could be for. This does pose an interesting thought, though.
What's that?
This is the canon beginning of the show now, meaning Viv is canonically dead. Will we get to see her as a sinner demon in either show at some point?
That would be pretty sick. Even as like a background character.
Hell, she made it into the game that they made. Can't wait to do that unboxing video when it comes in.
Lucky bastard.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll find a way to play it for a video or stream at some point. Until then, that's all we got for this video.
So, we're gonna do Hazbin next, right?
Fox, I swear to Lucy! That's all this time, folks. We'll catch you later. Hey there, everyone.
This is your radio demon.
Your favorite jester!
And the greatest imp in all of hell. It's the local madcap around here. Just wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, there's lots of ways you can support us. If you're a fan of our memes and streams, we have lots of crazy merch, with plenty more to come. References to our various playthroughs, or just running gags for the streams. We even have little bosom buddies so we could be in your shirt pocket. So cute! We also have our Patreon. Joining at select tiers gives you access to join our Discord, exclusive downloads, and even join us on streams. And lastly, if you enjoyed our Hazbin Hotel content here, consider checking out our second channel, Down the Foxhole. Not only do we have our Hazbin content there, but a wider array of videos too. Speed paints, creepypastas, even some original comics to dub. Links to all of these are in the description. Fall on down. Stay a while, won't you?